All right, Buffy, season 6. We're not going to sing this one, but
No.
we're going to sing this whole review. No, we'll spare you that one.
Yes.
Season 6, wow. There's some things that happen in here that I thought happened
Excuse me.
earlier
Yeah.
in the show, but yeah, this is a very, very eventful season with the lamest, big bads is, I guess, what you want to call it, but spoilers obviously for the season and probably for the rest of the show, since we're 7 episodes into season 7, and I'm sure we'll
Yeah.
mention a couple things from that. I guess really, plot twist, the big bad of the season is Willow.
Yeah, at the very, very end, that's who's the most, threatening, I guess. But
She's gonna literally
obviously,
destroy the whole world.
yeah, obviously the trio are the, recurring villains throughout the season. But I say villain kind of in air quotes because aside from Warren, Jonathan and Andrew are very much lackeys, and a lot of the stuff that they do is very practical jokish, like they're trying to be really evil. But Warren is actually bad and definitely does bad things. He literally he literally kills his ex-girlfriend.
Oh yeah.
And is just kind of a nasty man, I suppose.
Yeah, I think it's important that they show that Warren is evil and does evil things here, because when Willow ultimately does kill him, they needed to have that character be someone that I think the audience was like, fucking kill him. I don't care.
Yeah.
He's a piece of shit. So that she can get in our good graces again in
Sure.
the next season
Sure.
when she comes back. Because if she just killed random people, good people, that would be very, very hard.
It would, but it's not the show has Anya and the show has
Oh, I
Spike.
know.
Which
I
we
know.
talk a lot about, we've been talking about as we're watching season 7 because,
Willow's not a demon.
yeah, but that's the whole crux of Buffy's the reason she is against Willow killing Warren is because Warren is a human as well. He's not a demon. And I feel like Buffy is very she's kind of right on this. She's sort of the law as far as mystical stuff goes. She's not really the law, but she's she's the hammer, the executioner and stuff, right? She's the one that makes people or makes the demons and vampires or whatever pay for what they do. But she isn't that for humans. Even though she's stopped burglars and stuff here and there, she doesn't punish them. She's not the one that actually does any of that.
So, what makes demons justifiable to kill? That they're evil and they kill people, right?
Well, yeah.
Okay, let's say, okay. Point being, so she likes Angel, she fucks Angel, she dates Angel. He's a demon, right? He's got his soul back, but he still has a demon in him, and of course it comes back, right? Same thing with Spike. She has a relationship with him. She's having sex with him, whatever. You have Xander, who's marrying Anya. Obviously he doesn't end up doing it, but they're in a very committed relationship with one another.
They're very hypocritical, and things are very sloppy and messy when it comes to which demons are bad demons. Yeah, I understand.
This is my point, right?
And I don't think that Willow was necessarily wrong, but I do understand with the writing of the characters, Willow's going off the deep end, and it's not just revenge. It's not just you killed the person that I love most in the world. It is something darker, because there is a part of her that is enjoying it too much, right?
Yeah.
It's not just you need to die now, because I think that if she had been in a different headspace, or it was just we need to capture Warren and kill him or whatever, or I don't know, I feel it would have been handled differently. But she's scary,
I just find it very annoying that Buffy seems to think that she is the judge, jury, and executioner of evil. And it's so when you want to fuck Spike, then I guess he doesn't get to die, even though he's a demon, and that's justifiable for you to kill. But if a demon is a good demon, then it's okay to let him live.
Well, this is exactly why...
And it's like, Warren is a bad person who's murdering people and is going to continue to keep killing people, which if he just had that demon status... Buffy would have no problem killing him.
I mean, this is why Xander is very much a hypocrite, and he's mad at Buffy, right, for the same kind of thing, and for sleeping with Spike because he's a demon, blah, blah, blah. This is also why Willow, like, isn't really able to listen to her or take her seriously because she's like, this isn't logical, like, what you're saying doesn't make sense. I see all that. Yeah. I mostly just, like, think that where Buffy's coming from primarily with Willow is that this is something that will take Willow to a place that she can never come back from, is like killing a human. Even if they are an evil, bad person who's killed other people. It's just not something that Willow, like, Buffy's wired for death in a different way because she's the Slayer. Whereas I feel like she's trying to protect Willow from, damaging herself in something that can be like, she can't take it back. And honestly, when we get to season 7, which we'll talk about, but like, we're seeing those repercussions, like, we're seeing how Willow is, like, trying to cope with it, and, like, it is tough, but, this all happens in the last, like, 2 episodes.
I don't think
Two or three, maybe.
I don't think that I don't think she feels sorry for killing Warren, and I don't think she should. I think she should feel sorry for trying to kill the world, that she turns so evil that she disrupts so many other people's lives, that she wreaks havoc all over town, that she becomes, this wrecking ball that really screws with a bunch of people's lives, that she takes over the autonomy of, like, a truck driver and all these different people and scares the shit out of them. And these are not okay things, right? But as far as Warren goes, like, it's always been a fascinating conundrum to me to where a killer can be in the process of killing somebody and you are justified in killing them in that moment. Like, he's putting, like for instance, if Buffy was to see Warren about to shoot Tara and he was literally pulling the trigger and the only thing she could do to stop him was kill him,
yeah,
she would do it.
But, Buffy also...
the second he shoots her, then it's like, well, you can't kill him now. And it's like, why can you kill him when he's about to kill her, but you can't kill him after he actually commits the act of killing her?
But also, Buffy has had multiple, like, scares where she's thought she's killed a human. I know. Some of them... Actually, one of them has happened here. But yeah. It messes her up. She doesn't want to kill people, even if they're deserving of it or anything. Like, she doesn't want to kill a person. Because it's just, like, it's too much. Like, it's one thing to be...
Warren is asking
But yeah, I mean, Warren obviously deserved to die.
Yes.
And he would have just kind of kept doing evil things. Like, I don't think he's necessarily...
He literally shot Buffy.
Yeah.
He tried to be a coward and walk up and shoot Buffy in cold blood. He kills Tara in the crossfire.
Yeah.
He already killed his girlfriend earlier and tried to cover it up and blame it on Buffy. Right? Buffy was framed for that murder where she thought she killed her.
That's what I was meaning. Yeah, that episode is
no, dude, Warren deserved to die, and I'm glad he's dead. And I won't look at it any other way, but I guess that's just me. And that's okay. It's okay if Willow is having her little moment now where she's like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. But I just don't buy it. I feel like inside she feels fine about it. She just doesn't like how far she went with it. Right? That's the problem, is that she couldn't turn it off. And then when we even see it in season 7, when she tries to use magic at all, she becomes a bitch. She becomes evil. Just for the moment she's using it, she can't seem to
she's using really powerful magic. Yeah.
But
anyway, she's basically that obviously is the end of this season, but up until there it's just like a lot of like we have been talking while we're watching it, and how like lame the trio is, because it so does feel like practical jokes. Like, obviously the big thing too with this season is that Buffy gets resurrected at the beginning of the season, and it severely has messed her up, because you get a reveal in like the best episode too, but that she was in heaven And so, Willow has pulled her out of heaven. She was at peace and happy and not, in pain or anything. But because she died a magical, like, unnatural death, essentially, then
shouldn't she have
she's
been
able
with Joyce?
to come back.
She doesn't talk about
She doesn't
that.
talk about that. But yeah, I mean, I would assume if she's in heaven, she's with their mom.
You would think.
Yeah, I would assume.
Yeah, I think that's a really great reveal.
Yes.
Of showing that, like, she's like, oh, you were here, and she's like, don't tell them, but I was in heaven.
Yes,
like,
she tells Spike.
I was so happy.
Yeah.
And that's fucked
it's
up.
It's really messed up because they're all so happy to see her. And yeah, I love the opening, like, 2 episodes because she has to, like, claw herself out of her grave. Like, because they don't think it works. Like, it's not really their fault. They didn't think that it got interrupted. I mean, literally, like, the jar of Osiris or whatever gets, like, smashed by these, like, demon bikers that find out that they've been using the Buffy bot as, like, the stand-in, which is also great.
How many people do you think thought that Buffy bot was going to be Buffy for the rest of the show?
I don't know.
They don't even tease it, though, because, like, I have no doubt there was talks behind the scenes. And they were like, oh, we're just going to do this for a while. And then, like, 6, 7 episodes in, maybe we'll bring her back. Yeah. And they just were like, absolutely not. We'll lose our audience. Yeah. We have to bring Buffy. We have to let the audience know that we're bringing her back pretty much ASAP. As soon as the episode starts, it needs to be them saying, we're going to try to bring Buffy back. And then the audience is like, okay, they're going to bring her back.
I mean, I like the decision to bring her back. I don't feel like this is like a weird retcon or anything in this case because I think that it ties in directly to Buffy's story and, like, character arc and, like, everybody else's, including in a huge way, obviously, Willow's, with, like, how powerful and crazy magical she's become, and the fact that she's able to literally resurrect somebody is pretty huge.
You don't kill Buffy the Vampire Slayer in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
No, you don't. And also, like, yeah, you don't.
When the show's named after a character, it's hard to kill him off.
Yeah. But yeah, I love the first couple episodes. I love just kind of seeing how the gang has been just trying their best, to make everyone think that Buffy's still alive so that Dawn doesn't get taken away. And there's all this, like, weirdness where, like, they have literally a Buffy, like, replica that, like, doesn't fully act like her, but is, like, close enough, and they're still at the same time, like, Buffy's dead. Like, that's really messed up. Spike is having trouble because this is the, like, sex bot that he designed, that he's, like, told Willow to deprogram from all the, like, flirty stuff, but it still does it sometimes, and he, like, hates it now. I don't know, I just like everything with this, and yeah, like, the way that Buffy is, like, she's clearly so messed up, and Willow is so confused, and is like, why isn't she thanking me? Like, I thought we brought her out of hell, or, like, limbo, or wherever, because she's thinking that Buffy's acting so messed up because of where she was.
Yeah,
which
like
she
Angel.
is, but not in the way she thinks, of course. Yeah, I just think that's great. I think it's really cool writing, and I think that the show does a good job at building up, like, drama between the friend group and then, like, diffusing it, but also having it kind of still, like, be a realistic part of their relationships, because things don't just go away. Like, even when they have fights and stuff or whatever, like, they might make up and forgive each other, but there's still kind of, like, there's that part of it, in how they act with each other.
Yeah.
So.
I found it funny that Buffy bot goes to the kind of, like, parent-teacher meetings.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And everyone thinks she's going to be, seen as an imposter. Because they're like, oh, this could go terribly wrong. But because she's such a conformist, everyone there loves her.
Yes.
And is like, yeah, we should probably just, like, make her the speaker. Like, that's really funny to me. Because really she's a robot, and that's kind of how those people are meant to act.
Yeah.
In those situations. Like,
Dawn
conformity is key.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, and she asks these, like, really basic softball questions. And the teacher's like, I really like this girl. I thought that was funny. And then, Buffy is a horror show. And, there is a lot of lightheartedness to it. There's a lot of humor. There's definitely a lot of light moments throughout the show, for sure. It's a very funny, witty show in that way. There are also some very, very scary and dark moments that I feel like don't get enough attention or don't get enough talk when it comes to this show. I feel like we always talk about the fun of the show, but like the way Buffy looks in her grave when she's dead,
it's freaky.
And they like, and she like pulls like when her face comes back normal, and there's like kind of that morphing, which they show in the like previously on many times.
It's creepy.
It is freaky.
Yeah.
There's also some other ones like Joyce's death, her laying there dead looks so fucking unsettling.
Yeah.
There's another thing that happens in season 7 that we'll get to. Also with Joyce, also dead on the couch.
Yeah, we were all like shocked by that because season 7 is a season I don't like. I'm pretty sure I remember how like the show ends, obviously, but I don't remember a lot of the episodes in season 7, and I did not remember this one episode that we're talking about, which was like up there in terms of the horrific imagery. But yeah, even at the end when Tara gets shot.
Oh my
that
God.
is also very scary. Like, that's, I think, because this is what I was asking when we were watching this. I don't feel like we get a lot of blood in this show. And the way the blood splatters on Willow and then they, like, show it forever and ever, they're always, like, just like they did with Joyce, like, they just keep showing her dead body and they keep showing Willow standing there getting, like, the blood splattered on her as Tara's getting shot in front of her is so messed up and just awful. But, yeah.
It's, you know, there's... You know, people talk about Game of Thrones when it comes to, like, shocking deaths. But Buffy doesn't really get into that conversation, and I think that it should, because I think Joyce's death... So here's what's kind of funny about the deaths of these main characters that are so fucked up. Joyce's death comes at the end of, like, a very silly episode about a sex bot, this girlfriend bot that Warren makes.
Yeah.
Funny enough, Warren's attached to this episode.
Yeah.
And then the same thing with the episode that that Tara dies in. It's also like another kind of very silly episode that you're just not really thinking anything of. And it catches you off guard.
Yeah.
Because like when that episode especially Joyce's episode.
Oh yeah.
It's just such a silly episode, even though it's really actually kind of fucked up. It's presented in a very like silly way, but then when you think about it, it's like this robot that thinks it's human that's just being used as this like pleasure bot.
Oh yeah, like Buffy she talks about it, like, and how it's sad because she doesn't like know any different.
Because this is like his first prototype.
Yeah.
And it's not even a girl that looks like his girlfriend, right? This is somebody he met or that he made before her.
Right.
Then she bails on him because of it, and then she's walking around and she's just like obsessed with this guy, and it's like, I have to be with this guy. And she's attacking Spike, and she's attacking everybody.
Yeah.
And then Buffy has to come and, of course, defeat her and destroy her.
Yeah, like when she's sitting on the swings with her and she's like saying like, "Oh, it's getting dark early," like like her power is like going out, like she's literally just sitting there dying. It's really sad, but it is silly though. It is kind of supposed to be like, what are we talking about? Like a sex robot. And yeah, the one where Tara dies isn't as silly, but it is one that you're kind of like, it's unassuming.
It feels like a filler episode.
Yeah, you're just kind of like, oh, okay, and then this huge crazy thing happens at the end where not only, this
is the one where the trio's trying to like rob the amusement park, right?
Right.
And she like
and they go away like on
plan.
jetpacks.
Yeah,
and stuff.
Super stupid.
Yeah, like.
And then the episode ends with like a drive-by shooting, essentially.
Yes. Well, this is what we always talk about too, where you're always like, why doesn't anybody try and shoot Buffy with a gun? Like, why doesn't anybody just go up? And this is literally what Warren does, where he thinks he killed Buffy, and he goes to brag about it at the bar, the demon bar, and everyone's like laughing at him because they're like, no, she's like still alive. But yeah, he's like, I just took a gun and shot her, and it's like, if he had aimed properly, if he had gotten her in the heart or whatever.
Well, sure. I mean,
right? Like,
this is a silly part of Buffy for sure. I mean, the demons, all they'd have to do is get a bunch of guns and just go after her and shoot the shit out of her.
yeah, the demons are just kind of like, no, we're only going to kill them by our means, which is fine. But
yeah, that's fine. Okay, so I do want to mention this because I do think that this adds to it. So there's not only is Tara's death fucked up, it is super messed up because obviously Willow has this like addiction to magic. It falls, she literally starts going to like a fucking like, run down.
She goes to like a drug dealer, like a magic,
house where she's getting like hits off this guy. She's taking Dawn there.
Oh man,
she's like a full on drug addict. I mean, this is of course how they're presenting it straight up. It's very on the nose. So she loses Tara, totally fucks up. Everyone's hating on her. She keeps doing all these terrible things, and Willow definitely turns into a very untrustworthy person and character in this show for sure. She loses Tara. She's all fucked up. She finally gets her shit back on track. She wins Tara back. They're better than they've ever been before. They're so happy. She gets Willow's killed right in front of her.
Yeah.
She's like, what's on your shirt? That scene. But here's the fucking crazy thing. This is kind of more, this is like meta fucked up too. Because I have to mention this. So throughout the entirety of the show, since Tara's inclusion back in season 4?
Yeah.
So Tara comes in. Amber Benson, the actress, comes into the show. And she's a big character. I mean, she's a main character. I would say that she's as big of a character as Anya is. And throughout this whole show, my wife and my kids were all watching this together, and we kept like looking like, okay, are they going to add Tara to the opening credits? Are they going to add Tara to the opening credits? Are we going to see Amber Benson's name at any point? And throughout the whole fucking show, no. We
get her name in like the other opening,
correct,
but not the like
but
musical
not in the
like
opening,
montage opening.
She does not get an opening credits montage with her name and her character. Except for the episode she dies.
Yes.
She gets one singular opening credits and then she dies. And she's so gone the next episode.
I don't know why
they threw it in there just to throw the audience into thinking like, oh, Tara's a main character now. She finally made it to the big time.
Yeah.
Her and Willow's relationship is fixed. She's in the opening credits.
Yep.
Dead. And the next episode, gone again. That was super fucked up.
We were all just like, are you kidding? Like, that's so evil.
So messed up. What do you think Amber Benson thinks of that? I would be so curious to talk to her about that. There's probably got to be an interview.
They planned it. I'm sure, obviously, like, it's intentional. So, I don't know. I don't know that she would have any say in, like, whether she's in the opening credits or not, but it is really weird. I don't know why they have never like really had her. Like, she's in the opening credits, like there's shots of her and stuff, but not like, you get the like Buffy and then the Willow and Xander, like you get all these like iconic moments from seasons past or whatever. Yeah, I think it's super lame, and it is really sad that she's included on the episode that she dies.
And then gone the next.
And then she's just totally gone.
So wild.
Yeah, I mean, everything with Willow this season, Willow and Buffy, I feel like have the most, like, angsty arcs, obviously, yet, because they're both kind of, like, there's, like, a scene that they share together in one of the episodes when, like, after Willow takes Dawn to that guy's magic place, whatever his name is, and she, like, crashes a car and, like, hurts Dawn, and anyway they are like, okay, well obviously Willow needs help, so they like go through the house and like throw away like all of the potential magic stuff, and like Buffy and Willow are sitting in bed together, kind of both being like, we don't like both kind of dealing with their own addiction, because obviously at this point Buffy hasn't told anybody that this whole time she's been sleeping with Spike, because they get together kind of like after the musical episode, like I think is when they really start like sleeping together, but Buffy just treats him like trash.
100%.
And he's like so like he's just like, of course, like, whatever, because I just want to be with her. And it's so messed up. Like, they have such a toxic relationship, and, like, even though I, like, love Spike and, like, want them to be happy together, like, they have a horrible relationship. Like, it's really bad in the show.
Yeah. I think that obviously Buffy's using him
Yes.
to feel something. There, of course, part of it has to do with that she can't be with Angel,
Right.
and this is kind of like a stand-in for Angel. Also, just with her going through everything that she's went through, she doesn't feel like, I mean, how could she possibly connect with any human? With her being dead multiple times, with the responsibility of being the Slayer, with all of the crazy things that have happened to her, from her mother's death to her sister,
Yeah, I
you
mean,
know, appearing out of thin fucking air.
yes, she has.
There's so much,
Yeah.
so much in her life, right? And Spike fills this void, but she's also masochistic, right?
Right.
This is like a punishment to herself as well.
It's that, and it's also because it's like the only way she can actually feel anything.
Yeah.
Like, he
right.
literally hurts her, like, physically. And that's why she's, like, also so ashamed of herself with everything. Because she's like, I'm letting him, like, hurt me. Because they discover that Spike can actually hurt her. Because, you know, obviously there's this whole thing where he's like, you came back wrong. And it's, like, not the case at all. It's, like, I don't know. She just has, like...
I'm going to say something...
Stuff got warbled.
I'll say something a tad controversial here. Because of everything you just said, I'm not forgiving it for sure. But I feel like this is a very rare case where the rape scene in this season, there's so many things that happen in this season. This season is so eventful. Buffy and him have this very aggressive physical relationship where they're throwing each other around and they're hurting one another. As you said, she likes that he physically hurts her.
Yeah.
That he's bending her in different ways and she's doing things to him, and there's pain being inflicted on both of them. They're both into really kinky, hardcore shit together, right? And she's just been playing him back and forth. And we also have to remember that Spike, under it all, is a literal fucking demon. And she is revving up and leading on a demon and constantly using him and constantly being like, I don't want anything to do with you. That's never going to happen. Then coming to his fucking place and being like, tell me you love me. Tell me you want me, right? So when he comes after her in the bathroom and he's like pushing himself on her and she's like fighting back, he's pushing himself. Not only is he this demon that's been like led on constantly, he's a fucking literal demon. I mean, I really want to point this out because I think this is super important. But also, their sex and their relationship and the way that they fuck and the way everything happens is already extremely violent. They fight each other and punch each other and hit each other and kick each other all the fucking time. I don't know. The rape scene is not... I'm not forgiving it. But it makes sense. I'm not like somebody who's like, you know... I don't know.
No, I think it makes sense for sure. I do think it's like extremely messed up and like pretty unforgivable of him, but he also like you said, is this his demon self? And also like as we see in the next season, like he quite literally, and even at the end of this season, like he goes to get his soul back because he like can't handle the fact that he is like even capable of doing something like that.
Okay, really quick.
What I was gonna say was just okay. Go ahead.
I'm just going to ask a question. Am I confused? Did he not go to that cave for something else and the guy gave him a soul?
I don't know, because
I thought that's what happened.
He definitely goes there, and it sounds like he's like, I need something to, like, take her on. Like, I want to, like, kill her. But then he also says, like, I need to be what she deserves. Or, like, you know, something like that. And then he gets his soul back.
I thought what he meant by that was, like, some, like, deserves as, like, punishment.
No, I think he goes to try and get his soul.
Yeah,
I think he does. I think it's kind of like a misdirect where we think he's like evil fully.
Because it seemed like when he got the soul, he was like, "No, that's not what I want."
Well, it definitely is like not the same way that Angel has a soul, which we see in like season 7. Like he's like literally has like a soul like living alongside a demon in him, which is probably worse.
Oh sure,
but
he becomes like multiple personality. Like
Yeah.
schizo.
But it does suck with everything with Buffy and him because, like, as you said, like, obviously she's not to blame. Like, the person getting raped is never, like,
No.
you know, like, she's still the victim. But it is easy to see how it's, like, confusing for him nonetheless because she, like you said, like, she literally will come to him and be like, I'm done with us. Like, we're finished.
Yeah.
And then the next day she's with him again.
Yeah.
And so she does kind of keep doing this over and over and over
And they're, like,
again.
throwing each other around.
And yeah, and like
things,
he's like convinced that she's just in denial, you know, that she cares about him, which she is for sure. Like she does care about him, in a way. But this season though, she's just using him over and over again, and the rape scene is very upsetting. It sucks because she's definitely not into it. She's telling him to stop. She's saying no, and he's hurting her like in a bad way. And of course, Xander's the one that comes in and sees it, and Xander already hates him. There's so much that happens this season too, because we haven't even talked about the fact that Xander like leaves Anya at the altar, and so that kicks off a whole bunch of stuff too.
All because of a demon who wants to get back at her, so he poses as Xander from the future to make him see a vision of him killing Anya in the future because he hates her. He
gets terrified after seeing like his family together, because his mom and dad are awful.
Reminds me of
his dad is like
that X-Files episode where the guy comes from the future.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, looks like the same old man.
But his dad is literally like, the reason I drink is because of you.
This is the first time we ever see his parents.
Yeah,
right?
I'm pretty sure
We've heard them times.
It's sad though, yeah, because honestly, you can tell, like this doesn't come out of nowhere. Like Xander has been having reservations about getting married the entire time they've been engaged, and like Willow will be like, for the rest of your life, and like, you know, like they kind of keep like saying things that is making him sort of freak out because it is like a huge commitment, and he doesn't feel like he's ready. Like he doesn't, and it just sucks because Anya is very like, she's just like, this is what I want. I'm gonna get married and we're gonna have a perfect life, and she kind of isn't like really paying attention to Xander as much, I feel. But also, obviously, Xander needed to have communicated what he was feeling before they're at the like, you know, the precipice of marriage, and like all of everybody is present. Like it is bad timing.
Xander has always
he's just
been
an idiot.
He's always been a man-child.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just he's super fucking immature.
I mean, to be
fair, extremely selfish.
They're all only like 21 or 22 when this is all happening.
Not Anya.
Not Anya, but like Xander is like
old.
They're in their early 20s. Like this is always
what does Anya
so
expect
crazy
trying
to
to date someone who's, you know,
like
500 times younger than her?
When I watched the show, they felt like grown adults. Like because the stuff that they're doing, like with like the house that they're living in, especially after like Joyce dies and everything, like I'm always like, oh, they're like, they feel like they're in their like 30s or 40s to me, even though I know they're not. But like now watching it, being like, they're 20, they're 21, 22, 23 at most. Like, are you kidding me? But yeah, like Xander is like gonna get married that young. I mean, don't get me wrong, people can get married very young and be totally happy, but I get why he's kind of like, I don't know about this. But that's a huge thing.
He's the one that asked her.
He is the one that asked her, and he does literally ask her when there's like an apocalypse happening. So it is kind of like, are you just asking her because...
I mean, I don't understand, I guess, what he's so worried about. It's just immaturity. But it's like, Anya is who he wants to be with. Like, what's he gonna do? Like, having been married now for years, our relationship has changed 0%.
No, but for
married.
Xander and for a lot of people, there is this expectation, especially for guys, where they're like, they want to be like super financially stable. They want to have like all of this, like a house and like a blah, 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 like all these things. And I think Xander is feeling like he can't live up to that. And also, he's really mostly afraid of turning into his dad. But it is kind of like, like he still wants to ultimately be with her, which is a big slap in the face to Anya, because she's just like, your way to be with me was to marry me. But this sets Anya down like another path, which we see in season 7. Like she literally becomes...
Where she fucks Spike.
Yes, she does
crazy.
that. She literally
I
has
had
sex
no
with
memory
Spike.
of her having
Neither
sex
did
with Spike.
I like totally
I was
forgot
like,
about it.
oh, whoa.
Totally forgot about it.
And then Buffy acts all hurt,
Oh my
which
god.
is
The
horse
way
shit.
that whole like scene when, because there's cameras at the magic shop for some reason that
The
nobody
most
has
obvious
seen.
camera ever.
But yeah, they all Xander goes to like kill Spike, and of course Buffy comes to stop him and stuff. And Xander is such an asshole in this.
Yes.
Like he hates Spike so much, but he's literally telling Anya basically that she's a slut and that she's beneath him, and like how could she like have sex with this like thing, like this creature, and like degrade herself and debase herself.
She's like I'm a demon.
He's being so like, that is such a shitty like 20 something year old boy child thing to say, of like,
to your demon girlfriend
that he left at the altar.
Yeah.
And it was his choice, and
Yeah.
she's like not doing it to hurt him. Like they literally just get drunk and it happens because she's so sad and like upset, and so is Spike. Like, but yeah, just the way that he talks about her and like acting like how could she ever be like, she's disgusting. Like he tells her that she's like disgusting to him, and like Buffy's just sitting there like the whole time, and of course Spike's like, it was good enough for Buffy, which then also fucking freaks Xander out because he
wanted Buffy and he couldn't
he
get
thinks
her.
Yeah, and he thinks Buffy is this like, yeah, she's like the perfect woman kind of in a lot of ways, right? Like she's so pure and like everything. So it's awful. I really didn't like Xander at the end of this season, although I do like his moment with Willow, and I think that that's a really great scene that they have where he like basically talks her down from killing everybody.
Xander's a dipshit.
But he's very
always has been. He is hypocritical. He is immature.
Yeah.
He is selfish.
Yeah.
He is self-absorbed.
Yeah.
There's so many moments with Xander where I want to punch him in the face.
Yeah, totally.
Like, he pisses me off more than any character in this show by far. And pro tip, I haven't done one of these in a while. We used to do these like almost every episode. Mm-hmm. If you don't want your partner fucking other people, don't just up and leave them. Right? That's a good pro tip. This is something I always get super annoyed with people when they like break up with their partner and then they're like, I don't want to be with you anymore. Fucking get lost.
Yeah,
and then they get mad when they go out and fuck someone else.
Yeah.
Like, you're a moron. What did you think was going to happen? You don't own them, right? They always seem to think that this, like, it's just ego.
Well,
that's
and for
always
most
what it
people,
comes down
most
to.
people, like, when it comes to getting over somebody, like, they kind of have to go be with somebody else.
Sure.
Like, that's almost part of the process.
Rebound,
too.
baby.
Like, it's literally, like, they're trying not to think about you because they don't want to be in pain.
If I was to leave Kaylee, just randomly, just be like, fuck off, get out of here, and then I got mad at her for fucking someone else, I'm an idiot. That's just all there is to it. So, yeah, that kind of stuff has always irritated the fuck out of me. Yeah. And Xander just does that stuff all the time. He pisses me off constantly. He's very funny. He makes me laugh a lot. Yeah. There's no doubt about it. But other than that, I want to punch him constantly. He has arguably the best looking girl in the show as his girlfriend, who wants to marry him, is obsessed with him. He's never had it so fucking good. Yeah. And because of some trick, he blows it off and never wants to come back. And, you know, but then he's just that guy that's just like, I don't want you, but I don't want you to be with anyone else either. And I also want to be able to go out and hit on other people and fuck other people, but I don't want you to. Yeah. Like, get out of here with that shit. And then, of course, I mean, we haven't even discussed it yet. The big episode. The memorable episode. The one that we were waiting for this entire show, because I was super curious to see how it would hold up. Once More with Feeling. So the good. Musical episode. Incredible. I mean, the songs are so good. The humor is fantastic.
So good.
And there's 3 episodes that are equally rated on IMDb as 9.7s, the highest rated episodes of the show, which is Hush, The Body, Joyce's episode after her death, which is it is the most somber episode of the entire show. That one is really fucked up. And then this. Once More with Feeling, the musical episode. Yeah, I mean, I think there's so many great moments, so many funny things, and it's not all for nothing, right? Like, it's not just a filler episode. Things happen. Like, this is where Buffy and Spike have their first kiss, right? Like, this is a big episode. This is where
she reveals to everyone that she was in heaven.
Sure.
That's huge. That's huge.
Honestly, I'd have to really go back and think about it, and, like, I'd have to start the show over and really pay attention, but I don't feel like there has been a single episode of this entire show that has not had some lasting impact for the future of the show. I feel like something happens in every single episode that has some kind of significance in a later episode.
Yeah.
It affects them in some way, or it's brought up in a conversation or whatever. The connectivity and the continuity of this show is phenomenal.
Yes.
I've been blown away by it the entire time we've been watching it. I always bring this up. I hate to do it, but when it comes to the X-Files, which is another show that was running around the same time, had a similar kind of vibe to his horror, that kind of thing. That show has endless episodes.
Oh my
that
gosh.
You could completely skip, and it would never affect. In fact, I would say way more episodes, if not almost every episode of the show of the X-Files doesn't really affect anything. I feel like you could miss almost every episode and watch it at any point. It almost feels like a self-contained sitcom, like a Married with Children or something,
it does,
where it's like
kind of.
Nothing really ever seems to change anyone or anything.
Yeah.
That is not the case with this show ever, not once. I don't think there's a single episode that doesn't matter at some significant point throughout the show.
Even in season 7, there's been callbacks to
Season
Once More
1,
with Feeling.
Season 2, yeah. Holy
Which
shit,
is a huge one. There's
Thank
a
you.
whole nother song that was like, what?
Anya sings, yeah.
But yeah, I think Once More with Feeling is definitely one of the most perfect episodes of the show, easily. It's just so good. Yeah, I mean, you already kind of talked about it, but all the songs are so fun, and there's so much it's so heartfelt. There's funny stuff happening, but then there's also supposed to be people are revealing how they feel.
Yes.
And there's this really beautiful song with Tara and Willow, where Tara's it's so sad and messed up because literally Willow has been putting a spell on her to forget that they fight.
True.
Which is crazy after what Tara went through with Glory and everything.
Yes.
But she's singing her this beautiful song about how she's under her spell, and just really good stuff. Obviously Spike's musical number is my favorite thing ever. When I saw that, it rewired something in my brain. I was oh, okay. That's what I like, huh? But I just always thought that was the coolest song, when he jumps on the coffin and everything.
It's the best song in the
It's
episode.
good. It's so good. But then, I don't know, the Giles song is awesome too, when he's singing to Buffy about how when she's training and he's basically telling her I need to leave. I don't know. I love all of them. I think they're all really good. I love Anya's Buffy or bunny thing that she's all freaked out about, and
a lot of humor. Right? The parking ticket, the mustard and the stain in the shirt, all that stuff. Very, really good. Very funny. And as you said, I mean, it was very surprising to see that in season 7 we have this flashback
to that episode,
and there's a new song that Anya sings while Xander's asleep, and it's to kind of show where her headspace was at with him, and how in love with him that she was, despite his flaws,
and how much getting married meant to her too, because that's something else where it's this whole season she's kind of been she's we're getting married, I want to tell them, and then when they finally tell them, then it's okay, we're doing it, and they sort of make her into a little bit of a bridezilla kind of thing, but it's it really does mean so much to her. She wants this, she wants to be happy and with Xander. So
just in case we forget about it in season 7, we might, because we already talked about it here, but also there's a furthering of that mustard stain joke.
Oh yes, literally in that song.
She
which
like
is
opens
so
the
good.
door and she can still hear him singing about the mustard.
No, it's the guy
stain.
he gets this mustard stain like that because it's the night
Oh,
before.
okay.
So it's like we're hearing
right.
him get the mustard stain,
Okay,
and then the
yeah,
next thing
right.
he's like at the laundromat. And he's like, they got the mustard out.
Yeah, great callback.
Which is
to that joke.
so funny and perfect. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
just such a good episode. I love the dancing demon. Like,
Yeah.
I like his look a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I like that this is kind of like Dawn. You know, Dawn does this. There's a lot of things that Dawn sort of does accidentally, unfortunately, but it makes sense. You know, like they have this like 14-year-old girl that's like around all this magic and stuff, and she's going through a lot of really big emotions on top of having like just found out that she's like.
Is she 14 in this season?
She's like 14 or 15.
Because I know that
She might be 16 next
in
season.
the musical episode, the demon's
she's
there
14.
to marry Dawn.
Yeah.
He wants her, and then the
No,
way that they're
15.
able to get out of that is because we find out that Xander's the one that called him.
Oh, right. Sorry.
And Xander's
Yeah, I'm
like,
sorry. This
"Oh,
wasn't
shit."
Dawn's fault. I was thinking it was because
No.
of, like, she's, like, such a klepto. And
He just
stuff.
thought it would be like funny.
But you're right.
Or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
And then he's
Xander's the
like,
one
"You
that
want to
does
marry
this.
me?"
Yes.
He's like, "You don't want to marry?" And he's like, "You know what? Actually, I'm gonna pass." So
That was so funny. Yeah. Because Xander's like,
he's into pedophilia, but
but he's not gay.
But being gay, that's a bridge too far for him.
Yeah. Anyway, great episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, lots of good stuff this season.
I feel like the trio are supposed to be like they're the reason that they picked them as like kind of the goofy side big bad characters of the season is as a distraction away from the big reveal that Willow's the big bad of the season, but also because they really wanted to focus on the characters' drama in this, and they didn't want them to have to be taking on like a Glory or an Adam or you know, whatever.
Because like what Willow's going
Master.
through with like her addiction and everything with Tara, and obviously what Buffy's going through. I mean, Buffy also literally gets a job this season because she needs like money so badly. Which there's a lot of fun stuff with the double meat palace. And Riley comes back for an episode and has literally been away for a year and has already gotten married, which is bonkers.
Yeah.
But that's like a nice closure to their, you know, story because obviously you're kind of wondering like, is he going to come back? Like what happened? But he meets
and they make her like the sweetest girl.
She's so cool. His wife is like the coolest chick and like is genuinely not jealous or anything. Like she's not weird about literally anything.
The chick from Casino Royale.
She's so great. Yeah, I really like that. They're a good fit. Like they literally feel like a really good fit together. And like honestly, like yeah, Riley couldn't have kept up with Buffy. Like this is like what you were talking about. Like with everything Buffy's been through, even if Riley came back, I don't think they would have been a good fit because she's been through so much that like a human can't relate to as well. Like she needs to be with somebody magical.
And he was always super insecure with her anyway.
Exactly.
You know, he's supposed to be the big, tough, strong guy.
Right.
And he found the girl that sees him that way.
Exactly.
Right?
But she's also very tough, too. Like, so they fit each other well.
But of course, he's still flirty and whatnot with Buffy.
Because, like, I mean, she even says, like, you're kind of like everything. Like, you're the pinnacle of, like, everything for him. And, yeah. And
then also, this might be the craziest season, even though I think the villains are the lamest, this is the best season for me. I think that this has all the best drama. I think it has the best episodes. I think it has the best big moments of the show, the best character stuff. I love the Spike Buffy stuff. I love the Anya Willow stuff. I love Dawn and how much of a like now she's just part of things. We're beyond her being the key and being like, is she gonna stay, is she gonna go? The Anya and Xander stuff is great. We didn't even talk about it, but Giles leaves the fucking show and goes back to England because he's like, I have to let you guys grow up. Which is really funny because when he comes back and she tells him everything that's happened when she's gone, he just bursts out into laughter because of how fucking absurd it is. He's like, I never thought that. Yeah, I never thought you guys would be this bad. But then also maybe the craziest episode of the entire show for me, the one that I will never forget, and I was waiting for, and I was wondering when it was going to happen. I thought it happened earlier than this, but it does make sense because I knew Dawn was in the show for this because it makes perfect sense for her to be part of this. The episode that has always stuck with me, the episode that has always fucked me up because I've always talked about it as maybe being the actual reality of what's happening, is Buffy in the insane asylum.
Yeah.
Being told that this is all in her head, and it's like Joyce is there with her dad, and they're trying to talk to Buffy, and she keeps going in and out of realities, and the doctor being like, what makes more sense here? You being the Slayer who takes on vampires and, you know, he goes through her whole story?
Yeah.
Or is it that you might just be mentally unwell? And she's like...
We also find out that she, like, was institutionalized briefly. Like, when she first saw vampires, she was so scared and freaked out by it and told her parents. And they were like, we have to put you somewhere. So that also adds to it. The way the episode ends for me
that's the
is
craziest
the
part.
craziest part, where it's like, it's such a, like, it's just very ambiguous.
It's ambiguous,
It's very ambiguous. So it's like,
because the doctor's basically like, we lost her. She is insane. And it ends with her just in the asylum. It doesn't end with her breaking out of it. Right? It ends with her, she's still in an asylum, which I've always said, is this really what's happening? Is Buffy just a person that's insane, sitting in a fucking padded room, pretending all of this shit in her head?
I mean, she's not, but, like, it could be. I feel like you could easily be like, the reality is this. Yeah. Because it's pretty wild.
It's crazy. It really is crazy.
The episode is messed up for that because it also, like, it messes with the viewer. But then also it's really sad because Buffy is, like, she wants to get better. Like, this whole episode, she's kind of just, like, she doesn't want the responsibilities. She doesn't want to, like, have all the pain that she's been dealing with and, like, seeing her mom and dad being like, you could get better. But it's like they're literally telling her, like, you have to, like, destroy, like, these, like, friends that you have. And she tries. I mean, she, like, beats up Xander. She, like, hog ties Willow. She like, lets loose the demon to, like, kill them and stuff. And it's kind of only, like, last minute that she changes her mind. Because she, like, can't sit there and, like, watch them get killed. Like, it's messing with her too much. But it's like, they could be figments of her imagination.
They could be. I think there's a great argument to be made here that this really is all in Buffy's head. And when at the end of the episode, he's just like, I think we've lost her forever. Like, we're not revisiting this.
She tells her bye. Like, she tells her mom, like, I love you, but, like, bye.
Yeah.
And her mom's like, no. And then she's just like, unresponsive. Totally unresponsive. It's dark. It's really dark.
I mean, I love it because it's obviously intended to be an episode that is a like a hypothesis, type of episode where people are like, I don't know, man, the way they left that off, it can go either way, but I'm starting to think maybe, it does make sense. Like, what makes more sense here? Is she an insane girl, or is she really living in the hell mouth? She's died. Her sister came out of a ball of energy.
Right.
And, like, all these things are so fucking ridiculous and insane that it's like, of course, this would be an insane person's head. So, love it. That's fantastic. And then, Willow literally fucking rips the skin off of a guy and evaporates him to nothing. She's like, bored now.
Oh my gosh.
You know, is like another callback.
Yeah, to her vampire self. That was like, that's all she said. I mean, I think that, what's her name? The actress. She does a great job because, like, Willow's...
Alyssa Hannigan?
Yeah, Alyssa Hannigan. Because, like, Willow starts off as such a, like, she's just very mousy and sweet. And, like, this season especially, I feel like she... Allison. The range that she shows is, like, awesome. Because when she's evil at the end... I mean, and this is what we were talking about too. Like, whenever she's addicted to addicted to the magic, she acts like she's high on drugs. Like, she's very, like, loopy and, like, just kind of out of it and everything.
Yeah.
But with this, she is so serious and so in control. And the flaying scene very much feels like Hellraiser esque to me. Obviously, it's gnarly. It's really gnarly. But I'm
glad too, because it does feel like in the moment like, I remember it. I remember this very well. So I knew. But in the moment when I was watching it originally, I thought for sure they were going to be able to get through to Willow's good side, and they were going to stop him. And I was all pissed. I was like, no, fuck this guy. And when she was like, bored now, and tore his skin off, I was cheering. I was like, holy shit, they went there. They actually had Willow go full evil. And then she was just like, she feels the pain of everyone on Earth. And it's like, that's all she taps into, right? There's plenty of happiness, there's plenty of good, there's plenty of wonderful things. And if she felt that, but because she's in misery, she only taps into the pain. And yes, there's tons of pain in the world. There's people who are fucking in sex slavery rings and locked in people's basements, dungeons right now, being tortured and raped. And there's so much agony and awfulness in the world, obviously. And if you want to tap into just the pain, you would want it to stop. You would be like, fuck this, because she feels so broken. She feels like there's nothing good in the world anymore. Tara was the light in the world, and someone snuffed that out, and it's time for everyone else to have their pain stop, because this world is nothing but agony. And then, she brought Buffy back from heaven, and she's just like, I am a terrible person. I take people's happiness away. There's nothing but pain and misery left. You got, my friends are trying to rape one another. You got Anya being left at the freaking altar. You've got all these horrible things happen. And then Tara dies right in front of her when things are great again. And she's pissed off, and she can tap into the pain of the world. I mean, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, right? There's definitely a reason for that saying. And if you can tap in, like if you add in, I'm not just putting this on women, of course there'd be men too, tons of men, but I have definitely been around some people, and myself included, that have been in that completely irrational state. And if you have the power like she has in that vengeful, angry moment, especially after you witness the one that you love the most die in front of you so tragically, shot through the heart.
Horrible.
It makes sense that she goes completely off the deep end and wants to kill everyone, because that isn't really fully Willow. Like, part of it's Willow for sure, but she's tapped into some dark dimension. And it's like, she's like a vessel, a conduit for that evil that's pouring through her. So anyway, we'll get more into that stuff in the final season of the television series. There are the comic book seasons. I'm trying to look into how to get those without spending $1 million. So we'll see if we continue on. I did find the motion comics for season 8 that are all up on YouTube. So I think that we'll watch those together as a family and see at least the first few to see if they're worth our time to talk about them. I do want to cover them. I am curious to see season 8, 9, 10, and 11. There's so many comic book seasons. But I'm looking forward to Angel. I'm so curious about this show.
I'm very curious about it too.
And of course, there's plenty of episodes that we didn't talk about. There's other things that happened, but hopefully we talked about all the big things. If we missed some stuff, I'm sure we did. I'm sure there's something that you're like, how could they not talk about this one? We've been talking for over an hour. There's so much to talk about in this season. I'm glad we did this season by season, though.
Me too.
Because episode by episode, I'd have plenty to say about every episode. No doubt.
I would too. I don't feel like this would be the same as X-Files, but it's much better to talk about them in season chunks.
If we could have done either in the way that we did, I'd much rather have talked about every Buffy episode individually and the X-Files season by season. Had we done it the other way around, if I had to do one or the other of these, like I have to do one and then the other, of course this would be the show to talk episode about episode, because this has the better episodes. Every episode I like.
Yeah.
There hasn't been a single episode I hated. Right? There's tons in X-Files that
oh my god.
Like we would sit down and we'd be like, I literally don't have anything to say. I don't even know what to say. They'd be like 3 minutes long because we'd be like, this episode's so stupid.
Yeah.
I have nothing to say about this episode. I feel like I could do 20, 25, 30 minutes per episode for this show.
Oh, yeah, probably. I think we could definitely do, like, deep dives into the episodes.
But
this is better.
Yeah.
For people to listen to.
I think so.
So, yeah.
So yeah, season 6. Only one more season, guys, and then we're done
crazy.
with Buffy's the original show. Obviously, the Buffy reboot has been filmed. At least the pilot has definitely been filmed, and we should be getting that at some point next year. So we'll have season 7 wrapped up and reviewed and discussed by then easily. So we'll be completely ready. We will be covering that one week to week.
Yes.
For sure when that drops. I don't even know what station that's going to be on.
Neither.
So we'll see when it happens. But other than that, that's that. We only have one more, so we'll do that one once more with feeling.
Yeah.
Until then, guys, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Adios.